most wide open season in the history of the league. I mean, that's just a fact. There's no doubt about it.
The league is in a great spot. These teams, these championship teams, the Minnesota Wind Chill are in a great spot.
Let's be real. We shocked the world tonight. These guys know how to fight, and that trophy was nice and heavy, and that felt good.
We haven't proved anything yet. We've been here several times. We are the underdogs.
We've been grinding for a long time. I don't feel like we got over the hump.
You're going to win that over and over, one matchup at a time.
You've got your favorites. You've got your underdogs. This is why they play the games.
Over the top! Skies over Grayson Center!
To the end zone for the score. Oh, my goodness.
Battle at the buzzer, and you better believe Jeff Babbitt lives for the moment. Glory has defeated the reigning champions.
We are live. I have not got the background set up. I will do that in a second. We are live on the Coleman Sports and the Shredhead. If you guys are new, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss another live stream. We got the Shred and the Cascades Part 2. We just upset them at home. Well, technically it was an upset, yeah. At home. Now we're playing in Seattle. Let's see if we can beat them again here. We got revenge in Salt Lake last week, you know. We were down by 6 and we came back. I don't know how, but we're playing them again here. We already got revenge, so this is like a double revenge or revenge for Seattle, because we got revenge because they beat us last year in the West Division Championship game. So we had to get our revenge, and I kind of hope we get double revenge because I don't like Seattle, except for a couple players on the team. I don't mind, but yeah. I totally forgot to get my Shred shirt on too. 1 second, y'all. If I can freaking find the dang thing. Where'd I put it? Where did I put that? Here we go. Now I'll get the background set up in a little bit. I saw DC Breeze barely survived against against Toronto Rush earlier today. And I think Atlanta and Minnesota were in a little battle going on. I don't know who ended up winning that game or if it's even over yet, but I'm gonna check in a minute. Once I get this background, I'll figure it out. It should be on. Minnesota game's live. It's working. Here we go. Okay, now it should be working for sure. Maybe. There we go. All right, poll's about to happen. Holy crap. Let me kick myself out of here. Which one? That one. Got some guys back. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to Coleman Sports 23 and the Shredhead 66. We're live on both channels right now. Shred is like a frisbee shred channel. Football, everything. I stream all of that on Coleman Sports 23 if you're interested in all those sports. If you're only interested in frisbee, you can check out the Shredhead for shred content. I need to post more on there though. I basically just go live on there. I need to post like video. Mustache. I heard he's good and he hasn't played yet. I want to see. So we got some guys back. Of course, still the Hoffman brothers are out, which are two huge defenders for us. But yeah,
Halftime 11-10.
pulls about to happen here. Got Nathan Huff is back too. That's a big time defender right there. And Shred are gonna pull first. 96. Who's that? Dean Miller. Yeah.
That's the something. Everybody
96 Dean. No, okay. I was thinking it was somebody else. All right. So a couple guys we haven't seen this season yet. Getting the start today. It's good. Oscar and Oscar Brown and Retberg are back, so that's huge for the Shred. Of course, Chad Jorgensen on that day down as well. Hopefully he will have a good night. Just like last time we played Seattle, the poll's up here. Here we go. Foster with the disc. Foster over to, is that Sweeney? I can't even tell. Nope, that's Sweeney right there. Sweeney to Foster. Foster to Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee here. Resets to Goss. Goss looking upfield here to Ambrose. Ambrose moves it up. Nice little flat pass. That's floating, and that's a turnover for the Shred. A floaty throw up right in front of the end zone. And the Shred D-line with the first break chance of the game. Nice inside flick there. Chad Jorgensen's going to take a shot. Layout. No, not a layout. A perfect flow on that. And Curtis Watkins pulls it down. A break for the Shred to start out. What a start for the Salt Lake Shred. Let's go. Love that defense, man. Just forcing a floaty throw here, and then Alex Forsberg and Kimball moving it around. And then Nathan Huff with the nice. Who threw this flick? Who was that threw that flick? That inside flick was beautiful. And then the Chad Huck to Watkins to finish out the point. Who threw that inside flick with the hat on? I need to see that guy's, figure out that guy's number and look on the roster and see. Boom. I don't know who that was that threw that, but that was a nice flick. Hey, I appreciate it, Fisher. Welcome in. I'll try to do some other games, yeah, hopefully this season. I think the Shred might have a bye next week. I'm not sure. Since they played today and tomorrow. Maybe there'll be an earlier game tomorrow that I'll do. We'll see. Or I'll probably do one of the Sunday games maybe because nice little hold there for the Seattle Cascades back on O. I know there's 2 games tomorrow. I don't know if there's any good ones, but we'll see. Let me look at the schedule here. Let's see if there's any early games tomorrow. The Shred play at 7. So I'm gonna do the Shred game tomorrow again as well. Sunday, New York, Toronto, not really any good games tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We play next week, week 6. The Shred do play next week, but only on the Friday. So I could probably do next week on Saturday. Boston Glory versus Phoenix. I might do that one next Saturday. That's a good game. Yeah, I'm doing that one. I'm gonna do Boston Glory and Phoenix. That's a really good game. Next Saturday, I'll do that one. I'll keep that in mind. I'll have to write on a whiteboard or something. All right, Shred here on offense. Look up here to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller. Miller pump fakes. Throws it inside. Here is that Kerr? Nope, this is Kerr. Kerr. Nice. Reset there. Emberhard with the disc. Emberhard. Emberhard inside of Kerr. 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 Kerr needs help here. Kerr. Kerr. Nice floaty throw. Right in front. What happened? How'd you drop that, Jace Dunabile? A break chance for Seattle. That's a floaty throw. The Shred get it back. Kerr. Jace Dunabile with a drop right in the end zone. Just dropped it. And he was wide open, but the Shred get it back here. Jacob Miller right outside the end zone. Resets. That's a nice flick into the right corner there for Matt Rusnagel. 2-1 Shred. Nice dirty hold for the Shred there. Getting the disc back into the offense's hands. Jace Dunabile. I don't know how he dropped that. Just wide open with nobody even close to him. But the Shred get it back because of a floaty throw. Another floaty throw by the Seattle's offense. Seattle's offense is struggling early in this one. What's up, Wizard? Welcome in. Thank you for coming on in. Great start for the Shred. They start out with a break. Seattle gets a hold, and then we get a hold after a turnover. We get the disc back, and we score anyways. That was scary because Jace dropped that. And I was like, oh, great. Shred or Seattle's going to get back, and they were going to score. And then they threw another floating one, and the Shred got it back here. Seattle's struggling against Salt Lake, man. Early in this one. One for 3 on offensive conversions. Like, crazy. Well, technically one for 2. They just couldn't convert off the turnover on defense. So they're 0 for 1 for breaks on breaks, Seattle. We're 1 for 1 on breaks. Well, turnovers from Seattle. 1 for us. Ours was the worst one out of the 3, though. We dropped a wide open goal, but we got back, so it doesn't matter. Shred really letting Seattle. That's a floaty throw. And that's D'd up. Shred with another break chance. Browning with the D. Browning, that's the guy that had the nice inside flick earlier. Okay. Reed Browning getting his first start of the day of the first start of his rookie campaign. That's a floaty throw by the rookie there, but the Shred dig it out. Risky throw there by Few. Inside pass here. Is that Nathan Huff? Yep. Nathan Huff push pass over here. Oscar Brown. Oscar. Low flick there, and it's dropped by Alex. But the Shred call a timeout before he dropped it. The Shred call a timeout. Wow. Whoa. What? Yeah. He's passing on ahead to me. Let's go. We gotta put our O-line up on here now. Shred could go up 3-1 here. What a great start by the Shred here. 2 break chances. And this time they call timeout so they can make sure they punch it in with the O-line. Shred, ever since they became the franchise 3 years ago, have had one of the best O-lines in the league. Unstoppable. Braden Amberhart getting the hand. He's been having the disc in his hands more in the backfield. I love it. Oh, what a break throw, but the Shred drop it. That's a tough break throw, and that's a flick. That gets carried by the wind and goes way too far. Shred, get it back here. Chad Jorgensen resets for McKay. McKay taking a shot. That's floaty. And rebounding some. Wow, what a sky! Who caught that? Was that Retberg? Retberg with the sky. Matt Rusnagel to Jacob Miller. Right outside the end zone is McKay. McKay looking for a reset. McKay needs help. McKay throws a blade to the back of the end zone where it's caught by Matt Rusnagel. What a throw. Sorry, that was Will Selfridge with the throw, I think. No, it's McKay. I'm tripping. No, there's no way McKay's throwing a blade like that. Nah, that was Will. Right? But the freaking, I don't know why, but the camera's blurry. For the replay camera is fine, so I can see who it was, but the big okay, Will Selfridge threw that push pass. That was nice. I'm so glad Will Selfridge is back. Who threw that blade to Matt? Matt with the push pass reset. Oh yeah, it was Will Selfridge. That is a throw that Will Selfridge does make, and I'm not surprised he threw that. Good to have him back. What a throw. Shred up 3-1. Shred with a couple mistakes, but their offense has been able to get the disc back in their hands. 3-1 early in this game. Still got work to do, though. Throw up here to inside flick by Garrett Martin. Reset here for Seattle. That's Tony Goss there, looking for Munoz. Munoz back to Goss. Goss. Downfield here for Ambrose, I think. Ambrose with the pushbacks. That's not Ambrose. Garrett Martin floating throw to the front cone, and Jace Studebaio says no. Get that out of here. Jace Studebaio on the D line with the D. Shred with the disc here. Eugene LaRue. Dangerous throw, but it's caught by Miller. Miller with the push pass. Oscar Brown. Sorry, that's Retberg. Retberg resets to Miller. Miller. A round throw here to... That's Trevor Kelly. Trevor Kelly. Nice inside throw here to Retberg. Miller with the pump fake. Miller for Retberg. Retberg, nice inside throw to LaRue. LaRue fakes the deep puck. Nice pump fake by LaRue. LaRue looking for someone. LaRue, that's a stall count. That's a stall. If you guys don't know, in professional Frisbee, no, in all of Frisbee, you have 7 seconds to throw. And the Shred do not get it off there. And here's a huck by Tony Goss. And that's going to be perfect. Seattle to Zeppelin Ronnick. Seattle gets the disc back after that turnover right in front of the end zone. And Ronnick with the score. Whoops. Too many. Dang. Scott, you just can't hold it for that long, LaRue. And there's nobody in the backfield with LaRue, man. Got to help him out. Where did the other handler go? LaRue's good at those swing flicks. Like, stepping out right and throwing that flick around. Somebody, wherever did the other handler go? You gotta stay back there, man. Too many cutters, too many people cutting. Like, and Leroux didn't have help right there, and he didn't know how many seconds were on the stall there. And Cascades took advantage there. Just a dumb mistake by the shred. Gotta be aware, man. Put the O-line back out here. A little bit of a zone here, maybe for Seattle. Seattle, that's the low huck, but Miller gets it. Miller to Kerr. Kerr looking for Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel with the goal. What a throw by Kerr, and that was inches away from getting hit away from Matt Rusnagel. This is a game of inches. That was close. That is a risky huck there from that was a scary huck there from Chad. It was a little low, but Miller knew it was going low and he got it. And this offense with a quick hold there. Beautiful. That D by Jason Dubai earlier was but we couldn't convert off of it. Let's see if we can get a nice break chance here, maybe. Oscar Brown with the pull. That is really floaty. That is a beautiful pull there. Goss. Up here. Ambrose. Resets. Inside. Flick here to Munoz. Munoz up to Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee takes a shot. That might have too much zip on it. No, it does not. It does not have too much zip on it when Garrett Martin is going deep. Garrett Martin, what a layout. That might be the layout of the year for Seattle. Wow. Can you come back to the shred, please, Garrett Martin? Please? Come on. You're still playing for Utah State. You might as well just come back. Actually, I don't know. He might have graduated. I'm not sure. Wow, Garrett Martin. Can you come back to the shred, please, Garrett? Come on, Martin. Why do you love Seattle so much, buddy? I get you won the West Division Championship, but guess what? You didn't go anywhere in championship weekend, so come back, please. I wish we could get him back, but he's born in Seattle. That's why. That 1 year came to the shred, he was testing it out, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. McKay here. Little zone defense here from Seattle. Nice throw here to the sideline. And Chad with another deep hug over the hands of the Seattle defender, but it touches the ground. Looking for Will Selfridge there in the end zone. Chad, another bad hook. The first one worked out, but that one just... I don't know why Chad thinks like Chad. That is not your game, dude. Stop hucking. You're better at flick hucks, buddy. Why are you doing backhand hucks right now? I don't know. Usually Chad's good at the flick ones, but he does that's the second backhand huck of the day by Chad. And it went low again, and this time it hit the ground. The first one, it worked out, barely. That one touched the ground. Chad needs to chili, Chad, chili. And now a break chance here for Seattle. Tony Goss. O'Brien swinging. That's dropped by Seattle. Wow. Chad, chili. Thank you. Get it to Miller. Inside flick here to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge. That's a risky throw, but it works out. A sky by Chad Jorgensen. Chad Jorgensen with the sky on his head. That was a scary throw, but when you're throwing it to Chad Jorgensen, that man can go up and get that disc. He's been amazing offensively for the shred this year. Usually he's on defense, but offensively he's been pretty good. Besides, some of his throws are a little scary when he gets the disc. I'm like, when he gets the disc, I'm like, oh, scary. But he's a receiving monster, man, out there. 5-3 shred. Nice hold. The heck is going on with AMGL TV? Or UFA, I mean. They're putting up stats, but it said 0 for 0 for the shred. Like, I'm pretty sure we were not 0 for 0 on hucks. That's a huck by Seattle. Wide open is Tony Goss. 10 yards outside the end zone here. Tommy Lee floats that to Munoz. Was that Munoz? Yeah. That's a hold there for the Cascades. 5-4. Yeah, defense has been doing good, and I agree with the Seattle commentators there. Our defense was doing good, and then you leave Tommy Lee wide open. What are you doing? Can't leave Tommy Lee open, man. Big mistake there from the shred, D-line. O-line out there for the shred. A flick pull for Seattle. That is really floaty. Do not catch that. Do not try to catch that, or do. Emberhart. Up here, I think that's Oscar. Nope, that's McKay. McKay to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge with the flick. That's too floaty, but he's looking for the guy downfield who makes the grab. Jace Dunabile. Resets to Kerr. Dangerous throw there by Will Selfridge, but it works out. Will Selfridge backhand to Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel with the inside flick. That goes, the wind brings it down, but Jace Dunabile with another catch. Jace Dunabile playing pretty good for the Shreds today. Has himself a D, a couple goals on that possession right there. 2 scary throws to Dunabile, but he's able to make the catch on both of them. A floaty throw that was scary, but he digs it out. And then right here, the wind blew it down on the inside flick by Matt Rusnagel. But Jace Dunabile gets to the cone first. 6-4 shred. That was scary. I ain't gonna lie. Both those throws were. What? Shouldn't it be 6-4? It's only 5-4? No way. Is their scoreboard not working? We should be up 2. We just got the hold. It was 5-4 before. Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say. What the heck? Why is Tommy Lynn? Why is Lynn wide open, bro? Why is he open? But why are we leaving Lynn open? Lynn with the huck. That might be too floaty. Seattle digs it out, though. Lucas Ambrose. And wide open in the end zone is Zeppelin Ronick with the hold. I don't know what the defense is doing right now. They started the game good, and now they just can't. We just better hope the offense keeps getting holds, man. But a couple risky throws that I'm like, ooh. Beautiful huck there. Good bid by Alex. Just wasn't enough. Our defense started this game amazing, and now they're like, I don't know what's happening now. Slowing down a little bit, and we can't just trade points here. Defense got to get some breaks, man. The wind is crazy in this game. Big pull here, caught by McKay. McKay to Emberhard. Emberhard to McKay. McKay. Seattle back to the zone here. Chad to Dunabile. Nice reset to McKay. McKay. Wide open is Emberhard calling for it. Emberhard with the inside flick to Kerr. Kerr wide open. Kerr looks at the scuba. Throws a push pass to Emberhard. Emberhard back to Kerr. Kerr and Emberhard working it here in the backfield to McKay. McKay back to Kerr. Look at this movement over to McKay back to Kerr. Kerr Back to McKay. McKay. Nice breakthrough throw right there to Will Selfridge. The layout there by Emberhard. Emberhard to Kerr. Kerr. Inside throw to Emberhard. Emberhard right outside of the end zone. Flips it to Jacob Miller, who gets the goal. Nice quick offense there. Shred handled that zone defense like it was nothing. Shredded through that zone defense. Our offense is elite, man. That wind is really affecting these throws. Like that throw, Will Selfridge threw that thing like 6 feet off the ground, and it blew all the way down like a foot away from the ground. And Emberhard had to lay out on that reset there. Good job about Emberhard digging it out there, keeping it alive. Shred up by 2. Can we get a couple breaks maybe? Get this game up to 3 or 4, hopefully. Ooh. And I just noticed Tony Mamunga's not playing. Oh, I know why. I know why. That's my guy. I know him. I know him personally. I was gonna get him on the channel, but he wanted to come either the Sunday before Memorial Day or on Memorial Day, and I was gonna have him come, but then some stuff pulled up. But I'm gonna have him come. He was gonna come in person, do an in-person podcast with me, but I'm just gonna have him do it like because he's moving. He's moving to Salt Lake. Like that's a floaty throw. That's going out of bounds. Shred with the disc. Munoz throws it into the ground. And oh, what a throw! If that works out, that's going to be perfect. And it works out! What a buzzer beater by the Shred! Wow! How did that work? A crossfield backhand that floats over everybody, and the Shred lay out on it. Kimball Few with the crossfield backhand. Alex Forsberg box out. Seattle defender comes over. It floats over him, and somehow, some way, this number 33 guy's a freaking dog. He's a rookie? First game? Nah. Who is this 33 dude? I said his name earlier, but this guy's a freaking dog. But yeah, like I said, Tony, where I live, Tony lives like where I live, and he's moving from where I live to Salt Lake, which is like an hour 40 minutes away. And so basically, yeah, I'm gonna do the podcast when he's in Salt Lake now because we were gonna do it in person, but he's moving this week. That makes sense. He's probably moving still, so he couldn't go down to Seattle because he's moving to Salt Lake, so he's closer to the Shred. That makes sense, man. That's why he's not playing. He's not injured, I'm pretty sure. And then we don't. That's crazy, y'all. We're playing this good without Tony. The Jorgensen brothers are still out. Like, it's because we got these guys back. We got these guys like Oscar Brown back, Will Selfridge, Grayson Retberg. We're starting to get by his back. This Reed Browning guy is really impressing me right now. This Reed Browning guy is a dog. I don't know how. Wait, it's 8-3. My bad, or 8-5, I think. Yeah, 8-5. Seattle get the disc to start the second. No, we get the disc. That's a huge buzzer beater because Seattle had it to start, and then they had a throwing error, and we scored off of it. So we had the disc at the start of the second quarter after getting that buzzer beater. We could go up by 4. Come on, O-line. This can be huge right here. Second quarter. Let me switch that to the second quarter. There we go. Wow. figure some things out. I feel it's right.
Well, I'm watching undefeated teams get taken out all over the place. So Atlanta just lost to Minnesota.
All right, shred with the disc here. They're already past half field. Oh my gosh, I blinked and they're already moving. This offense is incredible, man. Grayson Wetbergs needs help. Bailout flick there to Chad. Chad barely digs it out. Game of inches, man. Another close play there. McKay right outside the end zone. McKay flips it to Kerr. Shred up 4. The Shred are shredding in Seattle. Keep it up, though. Seattle was up by 6 last game, and we came back. So you never know. You got to keep it up, man. Let's keep it up. O-line looking beautiful right now. They figured it out. It was actually, the O-line was not good to start the game in last week against Seattle in Salt Lake. We did not start the game good on the O-line, and we found a way to somehow come back from a 6-point deficit. Today we're just rolling here offensively, and a couple huge errors by Seattle. We've had some errors too that we got to clean up, but it's really windy out there too. A double team on the sideline here by the Shred. Seattle gets it out. They're still on the sideline here though, looking down the middle. A cup here for the Shred. Zone defense. Seattle swings it up here to the. I don't mind throwing a zone defense out, Adam. You're up by 4. Why not? Garrett Martin with the swing. Zone defense, if you don't know, forces the team to swing the disc side to side instead of like horizontal, like vertical instead of horizontal. And now here's a deep hook. And an easy score for Seattle. They break that zone defense pretty easily right there. I don't mind throwing his own defense at him. Force him to swing it. Get some, maybe waste some clock. I don't know. But they broke that zone pretty fast right there. That's a beautiful huck right there. Where'd that cut? I don't know where that cut came from, though. I didn't see the play develop. That was beautiful, though, by the Seattle, I ain't gonna lie. But I don't mind that by the Shred D-line there. Throw a zone at him. Why not? You're up by 4. Why not? Gosh. Imagine if that score was the other way. Another flick pull here by the Cascades. Miller with the disc. Miller has a wide open Kerr here for the reset. Sorry, that's Emberhard. Emberhard needs help. Emberhard finds Kerr. Kerr. Back to Emberhard. Emberhard. Inside here to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge fakes the deep. Now he throws a flick outside here. Here's Chad. Chad fakes the deep. Chad. Swinging it to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge. Swing up here to Matt Rusnagel, and it's D'd up by Seattle. Shoot. A stupid swing there by Will Selfridge looking for Matt Rusnagel. And a timeout by Seattle so they can punch this in and make it a 2-score game. Oh, gosh. He turnover there by the Shred. Now a smart swing there from Will. First game back and just not. He's been playing well, but surprisingly he doesn't have a goal yet. But he's playing well on the offense, moving that disc around. But right there, just a questionable decision there by Will Selfridge. Matt Rusnagel was pretty D'd up there. I think you try to look for a swing to Jordan Kerr, who was still in the backfield there, or Chad Jorgensen or somebody there. Gotta be a little smarter here on offense. Tony Goss, I think, here with the disc. Nice break throw to Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin flips it. Right outside the end zone is Seattle. Seattle just fits it in there somehow. That's good defense at the goal line by the Shred. Seattle barely punches it in there. That's a break for Seattle, technically. They just put their O-line out there after that timeout. 2-point game here. Shred will get the disc back. Who scored that? Number 4. I don't know who number 4 is. For a second, I thought number 4 was Lucas Ambrose, but I don't think Lucas Ambrose is playing today, which is huge for Seattle. But we don't have Tony, so fair game. Go. Sweeney to pull. Sweeney with the pull here. Nice curve pull there by Sweeney. Shred let it drop here. Miller to Emberhard. Emberhard swings it here to McKay. McKay. Call on the field. An offensive foul on the Shred? Interesting. An offensive foul here on the Shred. So they're going to move back here in Callahan territory here for the Shred. McKay. What are we doing, offense? We're looking like we did the first quarter against the Seattle in Salt Lake. And that's a flick that gets D'd up. A stall! The Shred will get it back. I thought it was a timeout. But why would it be a timeout? Because the Seattle just called a timeout. So a stall there. Shred will get it back. Seattle doesn't get the throw off. And the Shred are going to have it at around the 25, 30-yard line here. 27. Throw inside here on the double team. They get out here. Nice swing there. Up here to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge. Selfridge. Nice reset here. Flick to the sideline here. Jace Dunabile's going to take a shot to Kerr. That's perfect. What a throw by Jace Dunabile. Jordan Kerr with the goal. Pollock Shred back up by 3. Nice swinging here by the offense. Emberhard up to Will. And then Will with the push pass here. Love that. To Chad. Chad with the flick here. To Dunabile. And Dunabile just a perfect shot there to Kerr. What a cut by Kerr, too. What a hold there for the O-line. Let's go. A roller pull here from the Shred. Eugene LaRue rolls it out around the 23-yard line here. Munoz has to go pick it up. Munoz, double teamed here. Nope, no double team here. Knighton. Good pressure there by Knighton. Seattle gets it off the sideline here. Up to Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin. Looking for Ronick. Ronick. Zeppelin Ronick. Up here to Lynn. Just wide open. Lynn looking for a swing here. Lynn to Munoz. 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 Break shot here to Foster. Foster. Foster inside here to Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin resets to Foster. Foster. Foster looking for Lynn. That's a floaty throw. And it's teed up by the Shred. What? A foul? Where? Where's the foul, ref? Huh? What the heck is going on with Watch UFA now? It just reset to that previous play like 4 times. Did the stream just completely stop? The stream stopped. Watch UFA TV, man. Get your crap together. 2 games ago, they had to put it on YouTube. Come on. I pay $10 a month for this. Better lock in. That's a horrible call. That's a horrible call.
So if you're successful, what is it? He creates space. So by going to the back.
That's a L call, man. Where was the foul at? We literally hit it right from them. That's crazy. And Seattle gets the break, the freaking hold, even though we got the dang D right there. That's stupid. 2-point game. Like, how was that a foul, man? Emberhard with the disc. Emberhard to McKay. McKay. I don't see any fouls there. And the Shred Silent didn't like it. Rightfully so. Emberhard's going to take a shot. And it does not work out. What was that shot, Emberhard? You're selling right now. A break chance for Seattle. They can cut it to a 1-point game now. What are we doing offensively now, man? Lynn needs help. Lynn's going to swing it. Number 70 here takes a flick shot here. That's going to take some wind. That's going to be floaty. That's going out the sideline. Shred, get it back here. There's a stupid huck there downwind by Seattle. And the Shred will get it back. Emberhard in the corner here. Needs to get off the sideline. Emberhard. 6:43 left in the second quarter. Swing there up to, who is that? Repper. Up here looking for Kerr. It's D'd up, but it floats up in the air and the Shred keep it alive. And here's a shot. Matt Rusnagel. D'd up. Floating. Oh, it floated up in the air off the D, but Matt Rusnagel can't get there. And Seattle can cut it to 1 once again here. But they have to go full field now. Dom Jacobs gets up and gets the D. That guy's so small, but he has hops, man. The wind kept that up. I thought that would have gave Matt Rusnagel a chance there. I don't mind that huck, but like, ugh. I don't know. We could have been a little more chilly there. Seattle here. Sweeney fakes a big huck there. Good defense here by the Shred. Stall? Nope. They force them to call a timeout. I don't think they have a timeout now. The rest of the quarter here. Seattle calls a timeout there, and they don't have a timeout for the rest of this half. They're gonna have to punch it in here they can cut it to 1 here with their O-line. They have to go full field. Come on, defense. We were just up by 4. There's no way the Seattle chokes in Salt Lake, and there's no way we choke in Seattle. Come on. Holy crap, it's windy. All right, D-line, go get the freaking disc, please. Technically, this is a break for Seattle. I mean, I didn't mind that huck. Just didn't float enough. He was open. Matt Rusnagel was open. It just didn't go far enough. If that goes to the back of the end zone instead of the front of the end zone, that's the goal for the Shred. Instead, it goes to the front of the end zone. It's swatted by Jacobs. That guy's so short, but that guy can jump. Good pressure here by the Shred. Man, that's a weak call. Foul here on Nathan Huff. I like the pressure, though. Little lefty backhand here. Nearly D'd up by Alex there. Zeppelin Ronick. Big shot here by Garrett Martin, and it's perfect. Seattle cuts it to 1. What a throw by Garrett Martin. Can I get this guy back on the Shred, please? A break there for Seattle. A 1-point game. Shred, we're just up by like 4. Just like when we played them in Salt Lake. Except Seattle was up by 6. We were up by 4. And Seattle choked in the second half. This is still the first half. We gotta lock in. Offensively, we need to lock in a little bit. I like our defensive pressure. A couple crazy foul calls on us though, like that one in the end zone where we clearly got the D and they call a foul on us for some reason. Didn't get that one, but whatever. Gotta keep up. I like the pressure defensively. Keep it up. Keep it up. Just the offense, a couple stupid mistakes. Let him come back in this game here. They still have 4:06 left in this quarter here. Let's see if we can get a hold here. Get it back up by 2 here. McKay. We need a hold here. McKay. Zone defense. We gotta swing faster, man. Like we don't want another stall. Emberhard looking for Miller. Miller with the flick outside here. Layout grab by Will Selfridge. He is him. Will Selfridge takes a laser shot. Back right corner of the end zone. Caught! Wow! A low throw dug up by Chad. That's another goal for Chad Jorgensen. And it looks like the Seattle defender a little gimpy there. Number 96 on Seattle. Hopefully he's okay. We do not like injuries over here. But another risky throw by Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge and Chad with these risky throws. They've worked out some of the time. There's one time it didn't work out. A low throw, but Chad Jorgensen digs it up and gets the goal. Chad Jorgensen with another crazy grab there. That wind is really affecting some of these throws too, which also has to do with it a lot. Because it's definitely windy out there, you can tell. Like I saw a pull with a freaking disc went like all the way from here to like, and then it just went 3 feet down. Like it was crazy. Munoz, scary reset there. Good pressure by Oscar there. And a Huck there that's floaty. And it's teed up by the shred. Kimball Few, the rookie with the D. What a block by Kimball. Our rookie's balling here. Keep you in mind. Keep this in mind. No Tony Mamunga in this game defensively for the shred. And still no Hoffman brothers who've been out, who haven't played a single game this season. This is the 4th game for the shred. LaRue, pump fakes, reset. Good reset there. A break chance here for the D line. If you're the shred, you call timeout here. 2:50 left. I say you get a little closer here, maybe call timeout. Call timeout. Please call timeout. Miller, right outside the end zone. Please call timeout. Please call timeout. Miller. Oh, nice reset. Trevor Kelly. Kelly. Timeout, Salt Lake. Okay, good. Because that was about to be a stall count. And we call timeout there. Good timeout there by the shred. 2:45 left. Got to punch this in and go back up by 3 here. What a D by the shred. I do not know how that guy hit the disc. But what a play by the rookie Kimball Few. The shred are like 10 yards outside the end zone here. They can go back up by 3. What's up, SGA Sports Talk? Welcome in. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you for watching. My bad. I forgot to add that last score by the shred too. Yes, sir. Go shred. Beat Seattle again, hopefully. This will be a huge win. And guess what? This is huge for Seattle, man. Because a lot of teams, there's a couple teams in the league who have played like a lot of games. And Shred, this is only their 4th game. This is Seattle's 7th game. Seattle's 1-5 this year. And keep this in mind. Seattle won the West last year. They won the West Division championship, beating the Shred in their home territory. And Will Selfridge with the goal from Jordan Kerr. And he grabs the disc and drives the bus. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. And he's pointing at the camera. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Let's go. Will Selfridge puts the shred up by 3. This guy is so goated. But this guy started playing Frisbee went professional frisbee for the Shred. When they became a franchise 3 years ago, he started playing at 18 years old. He's my age, y'all. He's my age. It's crazy. Well, I got a lot of guys on this team that are my age. Few's also my age. Both the Fews. It's crazy, man. Oscar is 1 year older, I think, and Grayson. Well, there's a lot of young players on this team, and I love to watch this young team. We're missing 3 key defenders on this team. The Hoffman brothers and Tony. Tony has been playing. He's just missing this game, I think. And he might miss tomorrow. We'll see. Oscar Brown with the pull here. Bro, what is you watch UFA TV doing, man? Why are you glitching out every second? This is the second time. Pay $10 a month for this. Come on. Lock in. Bro, the Seattle probably scored by now. What are you doing? Watch UFA. Come on. Pay $10 a month. Shouldn't be. Why is it doing this? Do I need to watch on my phone for some reason? Might have to. If it does it one more time, I'm gonna switch on my phone.
It's Oscar Brown, Steve Miller.
Oh, what is? Maybe it's my TV. Here, I'm gonna switch my phone here. Let me get the scoreboard on my computer.
It's Oscar Brown.
Bruh! It's cutting. It's going forward and then it's cutting back. I don't know why. It's really making me mad though. What the? Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Bruh. I'm gonna have to watch on my phone. TV's bugging or watch UFA TV's bugging. Something's bugging. I don't know. Hopefully it gets fixed. All right, I'm getting on my phone right now. Since my phone at though. Okay, we're good. I guess we're watching the game on my phone for now because it's bugging on the TV. I don't know if it's a TV problem or watch UFA. I don't know. But the shred got a break apparently. Wow. Come on, watch UFA.tv. What are you doing? I don't know why it's buffering like that. Hopefully that'll help though. That's weird. That's really weird. Oh gosh. Apparently we got a D and scored. I didn't even see who got the D. Let's see if I can figure that out actually. I'll go look at stats here. Maybe they'll show half highlights. First half highlights. Oh, he said sorry about that, folks. You missed another break by Salt Lake. So they must have had been okay, so it wasn't me that was having issues. It was watchufa.tv. Announcer just said sorry about that. You missed another break by Salt Lake. So why don't you show the break so I can see what happened? I want to know who got the D. And who scored? I'm gonna look on stats and try to figure that out. Let me go to game stats. So it wasn't me that's tripping. It was them. I'm gonna look at scores around the league. Just give me a second, y'all. We had 9 people watching. Appreciate y'all. This is the most I feel like I've had watching during a shred game this season. So some shred fans must have saw that I've been live the last couple of games and are tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Or if you're a UFA fan, let me know your team actually. Don't be afraid to comment. Let me know your squad if you're a UFA fan or anything. But the Atlanta Hustle are they're looking good. Did they win, by the way? I haven't seen that yet. I haven't even seen if they won yet. Check that in a second. All right, let me go to live stats to get on the shred. Assists. I need to go to blocks. Plus minus. Seattle has 3 players with. Wow. Wait, it's 14-9. What the heck? It says 14-9. How much did I forgot to score? Interesting. Did we get another break after that? But it hasn't showed up yet? It's the end of half. 14-9 is what it says. Okay. So we're back up by 5 now. Sweet. I gotta see who leads the game. So that's crazy. Seattle has 3 players who lead this game in plus minus. You'd think they would be winning. But no, they're not. That's crazy. Let me see, like, I need to go to stats here, see. Connor Belfield, Zeppelin Ronick, and Tommy Lynn all have the highest. They have the highest plus minus, unless I'm just looking at. No, I'm not even going to team. I'm going throughout the whole game. No, I'm looking at Seattle, I think. It says all Seattle for some reason. Unless Seattle lead. I don't know. Oh, that's why. When I go to the app, it just has all Seattle. Huh. Maybe the person that's keeping stats for the shred is not putting them on. They're not getting to the app or something. Only Seattle's are getting on there. Isaac. I'm welcome in, by the way. I'm trying to see who got that last block. I'm trying to see who has blocks for us, so I can try to figure out who got that block right there on that break point. Because apparently UFA TV was having some issues. I thought I was having issues, but it was UFA. And I'm trying to see who got the last break there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's weird. It's only showing Seattle. Do we not bring our stats guy to Seattle for some reason? I don't know. Weird. Well, I want to see who won those games earlier because I haven't checked yet. Let's see. UFA scores. I saw DC barely survive against the Rush. Madison destroyed the Cats. Holy. Minnesota beat Atlanta. Wow. So Atlanta, their first loss of the season. I feel like if the Shred played Atlanta again, I feel like we could beat them. Because we didn't have Will Selfridge in that game, of course. We didn't have Oscar. We didn't have Retberg. Like a fully healthy Shred team, I feel like could beat the Hustle. Because we only lost by two to them. Without Oscar, Retberg, Will Selfridge, the Hoffman brothers. I feel like if we were fully healthy, like we could beat Atlanta. Hopefully get healthy through the season and upset them, and that'd be a cool championship game. Atlanta versus Salt Lake. That'd be fun. Atlanta versus Salt Lake would be cool because Elijah Jaime and Sean Connell on the Hustle now. That'd be fun. Oakland Spiders lost to the Colorado Summit, so that's huge. Wait, yeah, they did. Why does it still say 5-0 then? It says Summit beat Spiders, but it says Spiders still 5-0. Let me go to standings here. What the heck? They haven't updated that yet. It says Colorado won, but it says Spiders 5-0. Should be 5-1 now. That's huge right there. That's huge. The Spiders are they're looking elite. My God, they are looking good. Colorado Summit, they're looking all right. 2-2. They lost to the Havoc though, which is crazy. Havoc beat LA, not shocking, or is beating LA right now. That's great. Minnesota beat Atlanta. Okay. Tomorrow, Carolina Flyers, Phoenix, and the Phoenix play. GC Breeze and Royale. Atlanta Hustle in Chicago. Of course, the Shred playing the new and improved Oregon Steel. They're looking a lot better after they got a new name and everything. Used to be the Portland Nitro. Havoc and Growlers. New York Empire and the Toronto Rush. Carolina and Pittsburgh. When they get good, they have the potential rookie of the year on their team, but they need more help. Oh, I don't know. Royale also have a good rookie too. But Toronto are young. They're young and not that talented, in my opinion. Shred are young still, but they're good. Oh, you're funny. What, you want me to go play for Toronto? They'll win, don't worry. If they have a, they'll win. They'll beat Montreal. Watch. It'll be hard for them to beat them, but they brought DC to the wire. Not sure if the usage is worse this year or if it's a bad team. I think it's worse this year, honestly. The Empire not looking like they have been. They didn't really last year. Empire didn't look like they have been in previous years, and then this year they don't even look. They look worse than last year. But I think their dynasty is over. Obviously, they didn't make the playoffs last year. Like, and they keep it up. I don't think they're gonna make it this year because look, they're fourth. Like, I don't know. I feel like it got worse, but it got worse. But the Phoenix got better. If that makes sense. The Phoenix are actually shockingly looking good. Boston, of course, we knew they were going to be good. Jeff Babbitt is just crazy. DC, they would be all right, pretty good, decent. Don't get me wrong, they're looking like the best division still, but like I don't know. I feel like they got a little worse. Some of their teams. I mean, Royale, they're 1-3, so in the last couple of years they've only got what 1 win per year. Like they're looking better, I guess. The Rush are not looking better. They're looking worse. New York's looking worse. DC's looking a little worse. Phoenix looking better. Like, so Boston's looking about the same. Phoenix is looking better. DC is looking a little worse. New York's looking worse. Montreal's looking a little better, and Toronto's looking worse. That's what I'm thinking. So it's like half and half. Central Division, Windshield don't look like they're gonna defend. I don't know. I'm not a Windshield believer. They did beat the best team in the league just barely. So I think I don't know. I just don't believe in them. I probably should, but because they just won the championship, but I don't think that'll be a dynasty or anything. But we'll see. But yeah,
Number 2 in the six-pack.
the West is looking all right. It's looking decent. Except Seattle, man. What's happened with? I don't know what's going on with Seattle. And if they lose today, if they don't come back like this somehow, Seattle is looking like a team that could be, yikes, not make the playoffs, which is crazy. Because this is their 7th game of the season, y'all. Like, this is only the Shred's 4th game of the season. This is Seattle's 5th game of the season, and they have 1 win. If they don't win today, their playoff chances aren't looking the best. Because there's only 12 games in the season. They only have 5 games left after this. No. Yeah, they'll have 5 games after this. And if they fall to 1-6, that's not good. The most wins they can get is 6. And if the Shred win, they'll already have 3. If Colorado wins their next game, they'll already have 3. The Oregon Steel, if they somehow upset us tomorrow, they'll have 3. Oakland is 5-1. Like, they've only played 6 games. They've played less games than Seattle. Like, everybody in the Seattle has played the most games out of anybody in the West. And look who's above them. Oregon, Colorado, Salt Lake, Oakland. They need to win this game, or yikes, not looking good for them. And this might be the best year in the UFA. This is crazy. Seattle won the West last year. They're second to last in the standings in the West. Minnesota, last week before they got this huge win against Atlanta, they were out of the playoffs. They were like 4th. Now they're back in it, but they won the Central last year, and they were out of the playoffs last week. Like, and then New York, who's been a dynasty in the East, they're out of the playoffs right now. Like, this is crazy. And then Carolina Flyers are not in the playoffs. They're 0-4. They won the South. Like, this is just crazy to me. That all the teams that won their division last year are like out of the playoffs, except for Minnesota now that they got the win today. But before today, they were out, which is crazy to think. This year might be best year in history of the UFA. You just don't know what's going to happen. And it's just like last year. Anybody can take the championship. Minnesota won their first championship last year. Like, anybody can win this, except for the Portland Nitro and the Detroit Mechanics. Oh, and the Las Vegas Bighorns, the new team. Oh, and LA too. To a 2013. Yeah. That's when Toronto won it all, I think. I didn't get into Frisbee until 2021. Sophomore year of high school is when I started playing. So I didn't know it for freshman and sophomore year of high school. I did other things like freshman year of high school, I tried out for basketball. Sophomore year of high school, I was, since I didn't make the team, I was, hoping. And then I didn't start playing until junior year. So, yeah, I love the sport though. I love it. Like, I don't know what's more fun to play, basketball or Frisbee now. I just love it, man. I love it. It's underrated. It's growing as we speak too. Fun to see. And they haven't they changed their professional league name from 4 letters down to 3, and they got a real logo that's red and blue. Like, it's beautiful what they've done with the league. They changed that name last year, and I'm glad they did. Now they got their own frisbee. They don't have to use Discraft. They got their own frisbee. They made by I think it's made by Whammo, but they now own the word frisbee too, which is cool. I actually got the new disc. I have like 13 discs, but I only have one of the new discs that they started playing with last year in the UFA. But in college and high school, I'm pretty sure they still use Discraft. Oh, no way you did. That'd be funny if you did. Oh my goodness. Bobby, bro. Chill. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to figure out who got that last block. Last D is what they call it in frisbee. I don't know why they did it. Bro, it is so funny when you get a freaking block in frisbee. They're like, everybody's like, nice D. I'm like, whoa, it's kind of sus, but it is funny. It's funny. My high school, we had a moment where like everybody was doing roller poles on us for some reason in a random tournament, and we were just going stop the roll the whole entire time. It's funny, and it was super windy, which didn't help. Okay, it is 13-9. What the heck? So they added an extra score for us on UFA.tv. What the heck? So I went to my phone, and the score said yeah, it says 14-9. What the heck? What, they're just predicting that we're gonna get a break here to start? Imagine. All right, Seattle here. Zeppelin Ronick. A lot of pressure on him. Gets out to Lynn. Lynn. Sorry, that's Tommy Lee. Over to Munoz. Munoz. To Belfield. Belfield. Resets to Foster. Foster. Retberger's done a great job on Foster. Actually, that's not Retberger. That's Nathan Huff. Break throw here over to Belfield. Belfield. Resetting for Munoz. 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 Flick over here to Foster. 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 Foster taking a shot. The wind blows that one down, but it doesn't matter. They get there in time in Seattle with the hold. Yeah, I don't know what UFA.tv did. Let's say 14-9 still, huh? There you go. UFA.tv, change your score. It's not 14-9. Gosh. And add the shred stats, please. Like, they only got Seattle stats on here. Come on. I want to see who got that block in the end of the first half. I could probably tell, too, because we have, like, what, 4 blocks? And I know who got them. Like, different players got every single one. Like, freaking my brain. That rookie got one. Kimball Few got one. The guy in the thumbnail, literally, Jay Stunaby has one. Chad has one, I believe. Like, if I saw the stats, I would know, but they got the roster on there. I guess our stats guy didn't make the trip. I don't know. All right, Shred here with the disc. Jordan Kerr. Kerr. That wind is crazy. To Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller over to Emberhard. Emberhard has a wide open guy right there. That is Sam Pugh, I think. Nope, that is Chad. Chad takes a shot. That's gonna not work. Chad, every time he gets the disc and takes a shot, it makes me nervous. And that's why. I think the wind might have got a hold of that one and made it blow a little too far there. Looking for Will Selfridge. Break chance here early for the Seattle. Good pressure here by the Shred. Ooh, nearly a block there on the poach. Tommy Lynn takes a shot to absolutely no. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I thought they threw it to somebody on the side. I thought they threw it to nobody, but there was these players on the sideline throwing the disc back and forth, so I thought it was an incompletion. I was about to get hyped. They faked me out on the fake there, and I thought they threw an incomplete pass to nobody there, but no. There's guys on the sideline throwing the disc. Seattle's coming back. A pick or something. I'm not sure. No, a pick. You could be going another way. Here's a shot by Seattle. That's getting a touchdown. That's blocked by the shred. The wind affects that throw, and Chad gets the block. Oh, what a pump fake by McCabe. That guy, he had that guy touching grass. He had that guy on his knees. Pause. Jacob Miller to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge to Miller. Miller swinging it up here to Emberhart. Emberhart, high release, backhand. It's going to work, though. Will Selfridge chases it down. Risky, floaty throw that goes over the intended target, but Will Selfridge pays attention and gets the catch there. Low flick there by Jordan Kerr, the lefty, to Matt Rusnagel for the hold. 14-10, shred. Wow, that was a scary throw. That floated right. That flick from, I think it was either Chad or Emberhard right there. They were looking for, I think they were looking for like McKay or somebody right outside the end zone, and it floats over McKay or whatever. And Will Selfridge, thank heaven he was paying attention, and he gets it there right outside the end zone, and they move it around to Kerr with the assist. And Matt Rusnagel, the defense out here. Bunch of young guys on this D-line for the shred today, and they're doing really good. Like Knighton out there, Retberg, Oscar Brown, that new Miller dude, Reed Browning, who's an absolute dog, who's I've been impressed with. This is his first game in the UFA, and he's been impressive. Munoz being pressured here. Good pressure. Forcing Seattle to swing this disc. And they find, I'm not who that is up there. That's a floaty throw. But Seattle does the same thing the shred does. And they are aware. And Munoz makes the catch. Munoz being bumped there. He's fouled. He's going to have the disc up about 10 yards. That's clearly a foul. Too much pressure there. Knighton on Munoz. Munoz. Break throw here. Foster. About 10 yards outside the end zone. A risky throw. That's going to touchdown. That's a turn. A bad throw by Foster there. Rare mistake by Foster. And the D-line with a break chance. Chad up to Trevor Kelly. Trevor Kelly to Reed Browning. Reed Browning taking a shot. That is perfect. Lejeune LaRue with the score. Bro, I love this team. Oh, 16. Sorry, 15. Oh, yeah, 16. 16-10. Shred. Eugene LaRue is him. But our D-line is doing this without Johnny Hoffman, without Ben Hoffman. The two tallest players on our defense are still out. No John and no Tony this game. No Tony. Oh, and no Ben Ashton. I forgot to say that too. No Ben Ashton, no Tony, no Johnny, no Ben Hoffman. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Four of our best defenders. Our four best defenders aren't even playing. What? It's crazy. And we're beating this defending West Division champs by 6. And we don't even have our four best defenders. And we don't have our best handler, Luke Jorgensen. He's out with a broken hand. Chad's been playing O-line. He usually plays D-line. And he's done terrific. Especially cutting, too. I wouldn't mind if Luke comes back. I wouldn't mind keeping Luke and Chad on the O-line. And keeping Chad on O-line still. Because he's been great. Oh, wait, we have to. Because we lost a couple guys in the offseason. We lost Sean Connell to the hustle. And we lost Grant Lindsey. I forgot about that. And we're still beating them by 6. That's crazy. These young guys, man, stepping up. They've been beautiful. Ooh, a layout bid there by the Shred, but it's not close enough. And a nice hold there for Seattle. That's number 10 on Seattle with the goal there with a bright blue hair, bright blue and green hair there. I don't know his name, but number 70 with the goal. He's going to stay out there on defense, too. Pretty good crowd for Seattle today. They're all going to go home in shambles, though, unfortunately. We're going to get double revenge. That's what happens when you beat us in the West Division Championship last year. In Salt Lake, we get revenge. Okay, it's still kind of early. Let me chill. Anything can happen. They blew a 6-point lead in Salt Lake. You know, you never know. A double team thrown here at Embarard. He gets it off. A long swing there, but Kerr gets the yards back here for Jace. Jace looking for a flick there. Jace double teamed here. Gets to McKay. Kerr's wide open. Why are you leaving Kerr open in power position? Imagine. Jordan Kerr. Kerr needs help. Oh, what a break throw there to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge. Wide open is Chad. Chad with the break throw to Kerr. Kerr with the lefty flick to Jace. This offense is too good. 17-11. Jace Dunabile with the goal. Wow. This offense is so fun to watch, y'all. Just shredding through the defense right there. Wow. This team, man. They played bad week 1. They played bad week 2. But they won week 2. It was a scary win. Actually, it wasn't a scary win. It was against freaking Vegas. I forgot. The new team. Basically. But we didn't play good against Vegas, in my opinion. And we didn't play good against the best team. Yo, we didn't even play good against Atlanta week 1. Week 1, y'all. The first game of the season, we had to go all the way to Atlanta to play the best team in the league. Guess what? They're 5-1 now. They just lost their first game, but they're still the best team in the league. And we only lost by 2 without. We don't have Sean Cannell, Grant Lindsey this year. We're without 4 of our best defenders. We're without Luke Jorgensen, and we only lost by 2. You're telling me? I swear, if we played Atlanta, we could beat them. If we played them again with a fully healthy team. Ooh, nearly a post block there by Alex. I love the defense here for the Shred. That hits the ground, but Alex is gonna. I like that. Yep, that's a foul. Alex with the refs were gonna call it anyways. They blow the whistle, but Alex calls the foul on himself there. If you didn't know, you can call fouls on yourself in frisbee. It's called something, and I can't remember now. Integrity rule. There we go. That's a good integrity call there by Alex. That's the right thing. I saw a game early in this season where there was the most obvious foul ever, and the defender didn't call it. Not good. That's what's so cool about frisbee, man. The sportsmanship and in this sport is fun to watch. Now sometimes it gets a little rowdy. I ain't gonna lie. Like freaking Ben Yacht spiking the disc and getting technical fouls on the Shred. Remember that, y'all? That was crazy. New York was playing the Shred for the first time in Salt Lake. It was like one of the best games two or 3 years ago. Ben Yacht scored like the goal to pretty much seal the game. And he spiked the disc like 3 times in our face. And then he got thrown out, but then our coach was nice. Shout out to Bryce Merrill. And let him and made an integrity call and said, refs, keep him in the game. And you want to know why? But Bryce Merrill, not only was he nice about it, but he was absolutely savage when they asked him about the integrity call after the game. He's like, oh, New York, they're sucking cans of oxygen on the sideline. They're sucking cans of oxygen on the sideline, and we just want to We want to play against, like, we want to keep playing against them. We want them still in the game. Like, we ain't afraid of anything. And that's what I like about Bryce Merrill, man. What a dog. Love him. Pop, no homo. Kerr. Oh my gosh. This offense is too good. What a throw. But it floated too much, and it's incomplete. Emberhard wanted a foul from behind, but the officials don't call it. So a break chance here for Seattle. I was like, this offense was too good, and then this last second that just floated a little bit too much for Kerr. It was a good look by Kerr. The wind affecting that throw as well. That's a high reset, but it's dug up by the Seattle. Seattle's going to call timeout here because they want to punch it in here. 3:10 left in this third quarter. Shred with a good-looking huck there. Just the wind brought it a little too high, and it went over Braden's head. I don't know why he wanted to foul there. I didn't see much there. But yeah, Seattle with the break here. Wait, so Seattle got this to start the first. We got this to start the second. Seattle got it to start the third. We get it to start the fourth. So that's huge. That's huge. That is huge. Well, Frisbee is like, for people that hate on it, y'all don't understand like how it works. People just say, "Oh, I put it in PE. I know how it works." Like, no, you don't. It is so hard for a defense to get a stop. Like, it's harder to keep the offense from scoring in Frisbee than it is in any sport. I don't care. Baseball, basketball, football, like, in my opinion, it's harder. And I've played basketball before. I've played baseball before. I've played soccer. Like, I know. So hard, man. Oh my gosh! A bad throw by Seattle, and they give the break chance back to the Shred. That's Seattle's offense out there with the miscue. So the Shred D-line here. Technically, this is a hold for the Shred. Let's see if the D-line can punch it in, and they do. Quick flick from Oscar Brown to Curtis Watkins for the goal. Wow. A miscue on the throw there by Seattle. Wow. Wow. My favorite sport. I mean, the sports expert. My favorite sport, you know? Oh, yeah. My favorite sport. I could spend this thing on my finger for years. Well, yeah. We are doing really good today. We still have a game tomorrow, though. We don't even have our 6 best players in this game, y'all. This is crazy. This is y'all, Seattle. This is how you're gonna defend your West Division championship from last year, huh? Y'all about to drop to 1-6. Okay, it's still third quarter. My bad. I didn't even switch that. I just noticed that, and it's almost over the third quarter. That's embarrassing. I always forget. As long as the score is right, I don't really care. Ooh, that's a risky throw. Oh, what a layout by Garrett Martin, the former Shred player there. Utah State legend, too. Ooh, that was a risky throw by Seattle. But to dig it out. Munoz has a guy across field. Doesn't take it, though. Ryan swings it to Tony Goss. Tony Goss up to Munoz. Munoz fakes the hammer, throws a flick to Martin. Martin double teamed here. Martin right outside the end zone. Martin. He has the hammer. He throws over to Lynn. A round throw here to Ryan. Ryan flips it into the end zone there for Brown. Brown with the score. 18-13 Shred. A nice hold there for Seattle. Seattle, if they want to come back in this game, they need some breaks. The defense needs to get some stops. So they need to get that disc in the back of the hands of their O-line here. They need some breaks, man. And this is a big game because if Seattle loses, they play the most games out of anybody in the West. If they lose, they drop to 1-6. And they won the West. They won the West last year. They upset the Shred in Salt Lake in the West Division champs in the West Division championship. And if they fall to 1-6, and they only have 5 games left, that's scary. Pull there, rolls out to the back of the end zone. McKay has to take it out the back of the end zone here. Callahan territory. Will Selfridge. Fakes the big shot there over to Emberhard. What a fake by Will. Chad. Cross little flick here to McKay, his brother. McKay. Swings it back to his brother, Chad here. Chad Jorgensen. Nice break flick there to Will. Will flick up to Matt Rusnagel. Jacob Miller's wide open in the end zone, but Matt Rusnagel pump fakes. Swings it out to. This is what's so dangerous about this offense. Even though he's open, he swung it and he's being patient here. McKay takes a beautiful shot. Back of the end zone. Jace Dunabile lays out in the back of the end zone, but a little bit too much zip on that one. A mistake there by the young McKay Jorgensen there. There's too much zip on that throw, not enough air underneath it, and it goes out the back of the end zone. Jace Dunabile barely misses it. And a call here. What's the call, ref? Oh, Seattle threw it without. Okay, Seattle threw it before the whistle was blown. So they should be going back. Right? Oh, maybe not. They're not going back. They're just keeping it. Okay. Tony Goss. Shave Coleman? No. You see how I look when I'm shaved. Double team here. They get out to Lynn. Lynn. Double team. Lynn. Resets it here to Tony Goss. Tony Goss. Little lefty flick here. Up the line. Oh, what a throw to Tony Goss with the layout. Right in front of the end zone. How did Tommy Lynn throw that into the end zone? What the heck? He was on the ground, on his knees, pause, when he caught that layout. And he's double teamed on the corner of the end zone, right in front of the end zone. And he somehow throws it while he's double teamed on the ground, curves it around the defender, curves it into the end zone. How the heck did he? Wow, what a throw. That might be throw of the year. And it was literally just a 2-yard throw. Yeah, 4 quarters. That's the end of the third, though. We're going to the fourth. Shadow will get the disc to start here. I do not know how he made that throw. That's crazy. Shred might get double revenge, Kenny. And they play tomorrow, too. They got 2 games. They got 2 games this week. Play Oregon tomorrow. Oregon changed their name from Portland Nitro to Oregon Steel. I actually really like their new logo. It's pretty cool. Stream is already up on YouTube if you guys want to, go over there, hit the like button. It'll help us out with the algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe to both channels. We're live on both the Shredhead 66 as well as Coleman Sports 23. We'll be live all for the rest of the UFA season. And next week, there's some guy in the chat that said you should do more UFA content. I might stream some other teams right here. Shout out to Fisher Productions. Need more UFA coverage like this. Yes. I will definitely have to get some more UFA stuff going for you. But I'll probably do there's a good game between next Saturday. So the Shred don't play next Saturday. And there's a good game, but I can't remember it. It's like Boston and Philly. Yeah, Boston and Philly. They're both at the top of the East, so that's a good game. Gonna be a good game next week, I think. So next Saturday, I might stream Boston and Philly, because why not? Ooh, who do we play next week? After we play Oregon tomorrow. So we play Oregon tomorrow, and then we play Oakland. Ooh, Oakland. The 5-0 Oakland Spiders. I actually know they lost today. That's not right. It's 5-1 at the top of the West. That's gonna be a great game. I might not go live for that. I might have a watch party with my friends. Because that's the team in the top of the West right now. And they're Oakland Spiders playing their best frisbee since they won the championship in 2016, I think. And that's when they had Jordan Kerr and Jacob Miller, who's now on the Shred. Yeah, Cascades are barely in it.
One of the things that strikes me
The
right now-
Cascades are in it still. Like it's a 4-point game, but like it's getting there. It's getting there. And if they lose this, it's scary. Seattle won the West Division Championship last year, upsetting Salt Lake in Salt Lake. And then Shred beat them last week in Salt Lake. After they were down by 6, they came back. They're beating them here again today. And Seattle's 1-5 this year. Like they could drop to 1-6, and they've played the most games out of anybody in the West. This is their 7th game. There's only 12 games in the season. If they drop down to 1-6, it's gonna be really hard for them to even make the playoffs. Like this is like a must-win for Seattle, pretty much. And this year is the craziest year in UFA history, because Carolina, who won the South Division, they haven't won a game yet, which is crazy. New York, who's won the East in recent years and were a dynasty a couple years ago, they're not in playoff position. Windchill before today weren't in playoff position. They won the Central. Like it's crazy. What a freaking throw! Who made that throw to Jordan Kerr? I don't know, but he is smiling. He's pointing at the camera. I don't know who made that throw to Jordan Kerr, but that was nice. 1914. Shred. That was like a cross-field flick. Whoever made that throw, that was beautiful. It might have been Will Selfridge. It probably was. That guy loves to throw crazy throws. Glad he's back today and back for this road trip. Another couple guys I've been huge that are back. Oscar Brown and Grayson Retberg, young guys on this Shred team, back from playing with Team USA. And huge for the Shred today. As well as Reed Browning, the rookie, who has been really impressive he's been impressing me today. This is his first game today in the UFA. Rookie. He's coming out here and balling. There's a deep shot to Garrett Martin. Christian Foster, what a throw to the former Shred player, Garrett Martin, who pulls it down. Utah State legend as well. I wish we could somehow get Garrett Martin back. He could make us a championship level team. After this year, he might have to come back to Seattle. Ain't looking too good. Garrett Martin, come back to the Shred, boy. We don't even have Tony in this game. We don't even have the Hoffman brothers. No Luke. That's crazy. But we did get some guys back, which is why we're winning. Shout out to Will Selfridge, the GOAT. I don't know about the GOAT, but it's pretty dang good. All right, Sweeney here. Just gonna pull it here for Seattle. Those pulls are so good, man. Nice pull by Sweeney. Touches the ground. Miller. Emberhard. Emberhard. Put my camera down a little bit. Sit back and relax since we got a pretty good lead here. Just gotta keep swinging that disc around. Emberhard. Swing that disc. We can't have no stalls that close to the end zone. Come on. A deep shot for Miller. Miller jumps up and pulls it down right outside the end zone. Wow, Jacob Miller being a receiving threat for the Shred. And a one-handed catch there by Miller in the end zone. They reward him with the goal. Jacob Miller being a receiving threat? That's crazy. That's our center handler right there going downfield. Wow. That is not a guy that you see go deep a lot. Pause. Often. Wow. Jacob Miller. Wow. What a play. Crazy. I need to get a new white jersey. Or I want to get the new black jerseys. Because I have a Jordan Kerr one. That thing does not fit me anymore. I got that thing 2 years ago. And then I decided to eat too much Oreos, Need to slim down a little bit. But yeah, I need to get a new jersey. It was a little tight when I got it though, so I need to get a new jersey, man. I'll probably get a Tony one or something. Garrett Martin. Martin. Up here to, is that Foster? No, I don't know who that is. 19. Oh, that might be, a Blade there. For a moment. Double team here by the Shred. But Seattle gets it in to number 19. Belfield. That's right. Thank you, Seattle commentators. To learn your team. I like some of the players on Seattle. I like their story, man. Like, shout out to Zeppelin leads the Seattle in goals. That guy's a dog, man. I wish he was on the Shred. That guy's him. But shout out to Zeppelin. He has a cool story. He grew up playing frisbee, came to Seattle games. He watched Seattle games as a little kid, and then grew up playing. Now he's playing for Seattle, which is kind of cool. They showed up before and after picture a couple of years ago when he started playing for Seattle when he was little. Watching Seattle. That's a great pull there. Callahan territory here for Emberhart. Emberhart swings it to McKay. McKay to Dunabile. Dunabile needs help. Dunabile resets to Kerr. The dangerous lefty, Jordan Kerr, resets it to Grayson. Grayson, what a throw over to Dunabile here. Dunabile looking in here. He needs a reset. What a throw. And what a layout by Grayson to keep it alive for the Shred. Kerr. Jordan Kerr. Up here to McKay. McKay resets to Kerr. Kerr fakes it. Throws in here to Emberhard. Emberhard double team. He needs help. He's resetting that to Kerr. What a reset throw by Emberhard to Kerr. Wow, big swing there. Kerr. Break throw here. Floaty, but McKay gets it. McKay inside break to Repberg. Repberg to the corner. Oh my. Bro, I can't even commentate this offense. They move the disc so fast. I can't, every time someone touches the disc, I can't even say their names. They're moving it down the field so fast. This team is, oh my gosh, this offense, man. It's too good. The way the offense played today, Atlanta Hustle, watch out. Watch out. If we make it to the championship against y'all, revenge game. Because y'all beat us week 1, but I feel like we could, I don't know. We better sneak up in the rankings a little more after today. We gotta win tomorrow though too. We'll be live for that game at 7 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow night. So Shred take on the Oregon Steel. Pull here from Eugene LaRue. Munoz will handle. Gets it to Foster. Foster. It's been getting. Foster loses it there. And a strip call. Alex with the strip there. Seattle move up 10 yards. You don't know what a strip is? Is if the offensive player has a disc, the defensive player rips it from his hand while he has it. It's called a strip. That's exactly what happened up right there. Number 4 here with the scuba, which is an upside down throw that players like to do if they're like double teamed or something like that. A hammer is also an upside down throw. It's if you want to throw it a little further and have a little bit more shape on the throw, a little bit more curve there. In Seattle with the score there and the nice little hold there by Garrett Martin. Scuba is more of your arm. You go like this and you throw it like low above, like at your chest. Sometimes they bring it up high after, and you just throw it upside down like this. It's the same as like a flick grip. You just throw it like this. A hammer, you throw it more above your head. You snap through that wrist. Hammers can go further and have more shape, curve, whatever you want to call it, on them. Use it a lot if you're double teamed, like I said. I love that throw. Hammer. I love that throw, man. There's this guy I played in high school with me. We would get to the end zone, and he would just always be open in the corner. Like I don't know how, because there's no double teams in high school. Tony Goss got a hand block there, and a break for Seattle. A quick break there for Seattle. It's a 3-point game, just like that. The hand block for Seattle. And they're hitting the gritty in the end zone. Tony Goss, Jacobs, and Zeppelin Round there hitting the gritty.
Also listening is Jasper Dean, great rookie last year. Also, we have a
That's a big break there. Cuts it to 3. Seattle needs a hold here. Somebody got hand blocked there. All right, O-line. Don't convert right here. Let's get this back up by 4. I'm going to update you guys on the scores here in the UFA. All right. I'm just going to update you on the ones that are going on right now. The Havoc up 13-11 on the Aviators in the third quarter. And that's low, yeah. Yeah, that's it. And this game. Those are 2 games on right now. Gosh. McKay, what a reset throw. Step to the right there. Chad swings it up here for Chad. Sorry, that was Retberg swinging it up to Chad here. At Rusnagel. Rusnagel needs help. Gets to Emberhard. Emberhard. Emberhard swings it to McKay. McKay. Wide open is Chad. Chad. Shred can swing it all day if we want to. Time is on our side right now. 5:17 left. McKay needs help. McKay will swing it to Chad. Shred they're happy to just keep swinging it and wasting clock. Timeout, Shred. Hey, I like that timeout. That's a good timeout. You're up by 3. 5 minutes left. You don't want a turnover, and you don't want Seattle to cut it to 2. Call timeout and try to punch this in. Great timeout there by Bryce Merrill. I don't care if you're on offense. That's a good timeout. Oh, by the way, I forgot to freaking. It looks like I forgot to reload this. The game I talked about is probably over. Let's see.
final seconds. Seattle snatched the victory.
End of fourth quarter. Wow, Havoc and LA going in overtime. Havoc 1-4 record. LA 0-4. They're trying to get their LA's trying to get their first win here. Wow, they're in overtime? That's crazy. Oh, where's this at? Looks like it's in LA. Yep. Yeah, it's in LA. Wow, LA got blocked. A break chance for the Havoc. That's crazy. All right, Kerr with the disc. Kerr, what a throw around here to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller. Miller needs to get a reset here. Miller to Kerr. Kerr to McKay. McKay up to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge has a crossfield shot if he wants to take it, but he doesn't. Swings it to Chad. Chad just wasting as much clock as possible. Chad swings it into Will. Will, what the heck just happened there? Salt Lake with the score. Seattle's defense just fell asleep there. I think they wanted a pick or a foul or something. And it looked like everybody just stopped. I don't know. Maybe everybody thought there was a call there. I think Seattle and Salt Lake stopped because they thought it was a foul. But Enderhard didn't stop, and he gets the goal there. Wow.
You can take a look at
All right. 5:24 left. Let's see who's winning this game. Havoc just scored and took the lead in overtime against LA in LA on a break. LA let's see what happened. Wow, LA just threw it right to the Havoc player. What the heck? LA literally just threw it right to the other team. It's crazy. Wow. It's not over though. There's 4 minutes left in overtime still. Munoz with the disc. Munoz looking for a reset. That floated up a little bit, but to make the grab here. Number 70 here. Moss, I think is his name. And that's a block by, who is that? The rookie there, Knighton with the block. Dangerous throw by Seattle is blocked. Kimball Few to Knighton. Knighton resets to Oscar to Knighton to Kimball right outside the end zone. Kimball flick to the corner right outside the end zone is Retberg who gets it into Kimball. The young guys for the Shred getting it done. The rookies connecting there. We have 17 new rookies on. We have like 17 new players on this team, and literally like 12 of them are rookies. So there's a big chance there's going to be a rookie to rookie connection some point. And there we get the rookie to rookie connection there. I think it was either Chat. I think it was Knighton to Few there. Wow. These young guys are impressive on this run, man. Young and hungry team. The youngest team in the UFA, I'm pretty sure. Pull here by Oscar Brown. 20-year-old, I think. So many like 19 and 20-year-olds on this team. Oscar Brown, a huge get. His first game back for the Shred. His first game of the season for the Shred. Coming back from playing for Team USA. Foster. Up here to Jack Brown. Brown resets here. to Goss. Goss to Lynn. Lynn to Goss. Goss. Lefty backhand here to Lynn. Lynn. Up to Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin looking for a reset. Garrett Martin. Resets to Lynn. Lynn. To Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin looking here.
Brian.
O'Brien. O'Brien. O'Brien inside here to Goss. Goss to.
I like Gauze's pitch.
Sorry, that's Goss. Who's that then? Oh, that's Sweeney. Sweeney. Is that Sweeney? No, that's Goss. What? Is there two Goss? No, maybe one of them was Lynn. I don't know. O'Brien with the goal. Sorry, O'Brien with the assist to Garrett Martin. 4-point game. 2:35 left. Shred with a pretty good lead here. Just need us. Maybe get one or two holds here. Swing the disc, waste some clock here. The Shred should be able to improve to 4-1 on the season. Yep. Shred, of course, playing Oregon tomorrow. And then next week, a tough test for the Shred as they head to Oakland to face the 5-0 Spider. Sorry, the 5-1 Spiders. They lost today. Who did they lose to? Did they? Oh yeah, they lost to Colorado somehow. Crazy. Ember Hart swings it up here to Kerr. Kerr to Miller. Miller to McKay. McKay to Kerr. Kerr to Miller. Oh my gosh. It's like tongue twisting, man. Miller to Kerr. Kerr up here to Will. Will to Kerr. Sorry, Will to McKay. McKay chases it down. McKay to the front corner of the end zone. That is McKay to Chad. The Jorgensen brothers connect for the goal. They're from my hometown, too. There's 3 Jorgensen brothers on this team. All from my hometown, of course. 2 of them have played every single game. The other guy is out for Luke Jorgensen. Hurt his wrist. I think he has a broken wrist or something. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Should be. I think he took the cast is off, so he should be back hopefully in a couple of weeks, maybe, hopefully. Another great handler on this team. And the offense is playing really well today. And we don't even have Luke Jorgensen. Wait till we get him back. A pull here. Slowly pull here to Lynn. Lynn to Foster. Foster here. Foster swinging to Munoz. Munoz. A bid there by the Shred. Zeppelin Rannoch up here to Martin. Martin up to Munoz. Munoz right outside the end zone. Munoz flips it. Number 4. Belfield gets it in there to Garrett Martin. Back to a 4-point game here. 1:30 left. Shred could just waste clock here and yeah. This is not good for Seattle, y'all. They're gonna fall to 1-6, and they're only gonna have 5 games remaining in the schedule, and they have to finish top 3 in the West to make the playoffs. And they got Oregon in front of them. They got Salt Lake in front of them. They got Colorado, of course, in front of them. They got the Spiders in front of them. That's 4 teams in front of you. It might be 5 because y'all about to fall to 1-6 now. Let me see. Standings. Yeah. Okay, never mind. You won't fall to 5. You're at 5, but you won't fall to 6 because Vegas Bighorns are 0-4. But yeah, looking scary for Seattle, man. They won the West last year. It's crazy. What a hot! Jace Dunabal's outside the end zone, and he's just gonna flip it there. Will Selfridge is gonna drive the bus. This offense is looking elite. Wow. This just scored in like 5 seconds right there. So fun to watch. Oh, I love this sport. Beautiful. But they play tomorrow night as well. So they gotta. I think you gotta put your young guys out here that haven't been able to play that much today that are on the roster. Put those guys out there. Let them develop the rest of this game. The rest of this 1 minute and 5 seconds. Because we don't want our main guys getting hurt. Don't try too much. What a pull in the back corner of the end zone by Oscar. Callahan territory here for Seattle. Munoz to Foster. Foster swings up here to Lynn. Lynn with 42 seconds left. Lynn is just going to swing it. Number 19 here. Goes to Garrett Martin. Garrett Martin to Lynn. Lynn jumps up and gets it. Lynn middle of the field here. Lynn and Munoz. Munoz up to Lynn. Lynn in power position here. Lynn double teamed here. Gets it out to Munoz. Munoz looking to swing. Munoz double teamed. Munoz swinging it up here to Jack Brown. Jack Brown throws a laser. Trying to score a goal there. And it's in the dirt. That'll be the game. The Salt Lake Shred get double revenge on the Cascades after they lost last year in the West Division Championship in Salt Lake to them. They get double revenge on the Cascades. That's the final score. Shred 25. Seattle Cascades 20. Nice win for Shred. Shred improved to 4-1. No, sorry. 3-1 on the season. And the Seattle Cascades playoff hopes aren't gone. But it's looking scary as they fall to 1-6 after winning the West Division last year. Shred will play Portland tomorrow and then Oakland next week. I'll be live for the Shred. And, sorry, not Portland, Oregon. Got to change their name. So Salt Lake Shred playing Oregon Steel tomorrow. That stream is already up, both on the Coleman Sports 23 and the Shredhead 66. So go subscribe to both of those channels. We'll be live for that stream tomorrow as the Shred take on Oregon. Shred with a 25-20 win in Seattle. Thank you to everybody who came in. Thank you to everybody who watched this live stream. Appreciate you guys. Before you leave, hit that like button. Helps out with the algorithm. Subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss another Shred or UFA live stream. It's been your favorite Ginger. I'm out. Peace.